What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another show, Connected with E. I am your host, E. Maya. Woo! Also, to my lovely left, our other co-host,
Nia, aka Nia No Long.
Nia No Long. And shout out to our lovely production team in the back. And by team, the one and only, Mr. Kev. No last name, just know his name, Kev. I'm playing. Shout out Kev Glover. Without Kev Glover, this wouldn't be impossible. Woo! Shout out. But of course, just bringing the news to Charlotte, Charlotte to the news to the world, all good things. Shout out some local businesses, some artists, some good food places. Talk about what's going on in the city and, just keep us connected because it's best to stay connected. Please remember. Because one thing about Charlotte, we don't want to be connected. We hate each other. Shoot, bang, bang. But that's okay. We're going to, I forgot that part.
Shoot, bang, bang.
Yeah, I don't care what nobody say. Granted, some people might not. Kevin, I don't care what nobody say. I love Kevin Hart. Still love Kevin Hart. Mm-hmm. Laugh Out My Pain was funny.
Yeah, it was.
People, I don't know. People
love that. We just don't like his new shit.
I can't even think of his last. Yeah, I've been saying I can't even think. I watched his last little.
That one he's talking about his daughter. Period. I zoomed right on.
T.I.
Oh.
But anyway, just playing.
No, we love you, T.I. Please.
No, we love Kevin and T.I. But that was.
I ain't like.
No, I like Kevin.
I don't like how he did Monique.
Monique, okay. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all of them. Actually,
he wrote her a check though. He didn't back her publicly, but he wrote her a check.
But sometimes,
sometimes you gotta support someone.
That's why I'm like, listen,
like, girl, I support you, but I ain't.
Anyway, none of our business. But shout out to everybody. Like I said, that's just, chitty bang bang, shooters gonna die. So yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. And yeah, we just come here to entertain y'all, talk about what's going on. So before we get into our current news, what's up first?
So before we get into our current, I'm supposed to say that. Before we get into our current news, I'd like to go ahead and shout out a Black-owned business. I wish I knew how. Hopefully, I pronounced this correctly. It is Pray Nayama. I think that's what it is. Pray Nayama House Healing Center. This Black-owned yoga studio in Plaza Malwood offers classes themed around the elements, sound baths, and meditation sessions. Owner Bethany Anderson aims to create an inclusive space for wellness and representation. And I love to hear a Black woman doing this because Black people really need to start let some of that stress go from slavery.
The shackles and chains are against me.
Shackles and chains. So we need to breathe there.
I have to
get
into
some different things. A lot of stressors going on, especially for Black women. So go ahead and go down there and see Bethany. Mm-hmm. She's created this space. I love yoga. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so please go stop by and check them out. Right there in Plaza Midwood. And that's a good location.
Have you went?
I haven't.
Have not. Okay, we gotta check that out. We have a checkout list.
Yeah. And we got one down. We went to Tarango.
Yeah, we went to Tarango.
Out.
We might swing by. It is.
No, I love
Tarango. Is this a check? Is this the type of week we need to go to Brown Sugar Collab, or that's a next week check?
Go to Brown Sugar Collab.
Or should we wait?
Next week check.
Should we wait?
Check when I get my check.
Yeah. Should we? Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool. So we gonna make sure we get up with y'all. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we shout y'all out because we can't keep.
We gonna spend money. We not gonna, But I'm not gonna come on my bad week. I'm not even gonna play with you like that. But yeah, shout out to the House Healing Center. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name. Let's try.
Pray Nayama.
Pray Nayama.
Yeah.
She called us back. That's not my name.
You pronounced it wrong. Sorry. But thank you. I appreciate it.
I know. Bethany. Shout out to us. Shout out to Miss Bethany. But we're gonna go ahead and get into our current news. Oh my gosh, so much has happened within the last week. I'm really doing this news. I'd be like, one thing about the world. I know I'm not saying God is tired of us, but just the amount of stuff that can happen in a week. I don't know. We need to be more thankful. I just said that the other day. I said we just gotta be more thankful because the stuff we be putting people through. Speaking of putting people through, I'm so mad. So remember the old Breakfast Club. Well, the old Breakfast Club that's in front of Time Warner Cable, but it's not Time Warner Cable. It's what is it called now? Is it what is it called now?
No, it's
Spectrum Center, but the old Time Warner Cable. But it used to be
the Teenage Club was,
right. But it turned into Brooklyn.
Okay.
And I heard Brooklyn, and that's what I said. Just right when I'm just like, what's the name?
Hearing about it?
No, what's the place called that burnt their own club down and tried to Ponzi
That was
scheme
a
basement with a new location coming. We still waiting on that location basement. Whatever. But what is it? Dang. But yeah, no, the club. What is that? What was I was gonna say? I know it's right in front of it should be the old Breakfast Club. But basically the club owner, he didn't have an alcohol permit. And I was gonna say right before how we was gonna go to the basement and something happened. Now I was gonna go to Brooklyn because Brooklyn was known as like a little gay club. And I was like, okay, I've been to a little gay club in a minute. They do the mimosas.
Can you say what do you have typed next to his name?
Who? That just wait, don't
Okay.
Which one? Him?
Yeah, it says
I'm
the
gonna tell
owner
you.
of Brooklyn Lounge. Can we discuss that, please?
Let me say-
I seen that you put
let me
that. So I
say
wanted you
something.
to say that.
But the owner of Brooklyn Lounge, y'all, he was arrested for alcohol sales without permits. So I'm pretty sure Club Brooklyn is no more. And I'm upset because I was going to go out and get some mimosas and hang with the gays. However, the owner is 5'2", 150. I'm bigger than the owner. I just want to throw out there. I didn't know. Honestly, one thing about me, I had a little yeah, and one of my little yeah-yeahs, I looked on his, I was almost bigger than him too. I don't know what's going on with these men. I don't know if they're not getting their nutrition.
They mamas is short.
I don't know. They're short and stout. I'm sick of that. They're short and stout like they mamas. But that was really the main news. He was 5'2", 150. He has the body shape of a I don't even know. He's about your size. I don't even know what that.
I'm trying to get to one.
I just. But shout out to Brooklyn. That's so sad because I wanted to go there and I was gonna tell you about it.
Closed down.
I'm no place I know. I don't know. I don't know how that works when
it's iffy because
it's just too much. It's just too much. And you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. It was probably one of the last little after hours that was probably still
after hours.
It was given that. Now thinking about it. Because that's probably that's why they ran through I don't know. This is all allegedly. We don't know, but that's probably why 9 times out of 10 they ran into their spot anyway, because they was probably peeping that people still coming in and out past 2
I'm not gonna say too much. I ain't gonna blow up too many people's spot, but I think that it's just based off of if you don't pay or not. Because I've been seeing some cops outside of some clubs that's not supposed to sell liquor, that's not supposed to be open, but yet the cops are still out there and they know people is in the club.
But yeah, like I said, just
money coochie go woo woo.
It does, and obviously Brooklyn.
And he was gay too, so it's like
they had that right. That's why I said.
And it's uptown. They probably didn't want that. The Panthers owners. I don't want them gays across the street from me.
But whoever Time Warner,
whoever.
Stop calling it Time Warner Cable. It's the Spectrum.
I said that the other day. They was like, "You mean Spectrum? What do you mean? That's Time? Because they're like
Time Warner Cable. I'm the Bobcats. Oh Lord,
Sir Purr.
But fun fact, on me, there's really originally the Hornets, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so whatever. But yeah, very sad. So Brooklyn is no more. So, I think the last, and I don't even know if Scorpio's still popping.
I think so.
Is Scorpio still? Is
it still open? It's the gay club, right?
Yeah, I know. It's like I think Scorpio's turned to like a gay / drag club. It's like a whole little thing. But this was like a new kind of upcoming, like I just was starting to hear like a little word about it. So I said, and they did brunch because they got the rooftop. You can go up top and do mimosas and stuff. So I'm like, dang. Just when I was finna ask you and all of our friends, do y'all want to go?
The gays.
And shout out to he's the one that was telling us about it. So, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Key went, but so sad we won't be going there.
Until they get that situated.
Yeah. Did you hear about? So remember we talked about Harris Teeter, your old job, and they burnt it out. So it's actually a teenager, a delinquent, a juvenile, a mischief, an underage person. I don't know.
What's his name? I can't really.
They didn't say his name or they're not releasing his age or his name, but they are saying it's a juvenile.
It probably was an accident. No. Why would he be upset with Harris Teeter?
Let me get a call from the police, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department, saying my son accidentally said. Because sadly, regardless if it's an accident or not, then he gonna have to them pockets, that money gonna come out. I don't know who.
Check?
I mean,
ain't no way. Y'all have
what you mean? Ain't no.
They got insurance for that. Leave me alone. I can't control my damn son. If that's the case, control him as an adult. I don't want.
Get him away from me. He's evil. I knew it. I've been hiding the matches from him, y'all. He's unstoppable. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy work. Accident or not, I don't. I should never get a future phone call saying that my child had anything to do with setting a store on fire. First of all, I'm not gonna say why are you in the store, but Black Mama, why are you in the store? You know, we ask stupid questions. What was you doing in the store in the first place?
Was it after hours?
I don't even know. Second question: where were you at when you set it on fire? Third question: do you want the ass whooping now or later? Because there ain't no way. I just can't. I can't.
Ma'am, you can't do.
I'm gonna murder you. Like you said, you might as well take him. Because if you put me in my custody and I'm responsible for this, and y'all telling me the government gonna garnish money out of my check,
Or he gets.
I'm gonna beat him every. I'm gonna beat
every check.
I'm gonna beat him every chance I get. Black, white, Hispanic. I don't know. Just So just control y'all kids. Make sure your kids are. It happened on my birthday, May 10th.
It was a fiery day.
It was it was it was a lot.
She was a fairy.
It was a lot going on that day, but
are you burning her hair?
Or technically, I guess it was like a Friday night, like a
Saturday.
It was like, whatever. So that shows out during the hours that he wasn't, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't like they burnt down the Harris Teeter when people was there. So I'm pretty sure it was just doing too much,
Amen to my burn down the Harris Teeter. That's a free will, man.
You know what I'm saying? These kids is getting, but no, because actually, it passed. Remember Columbine? I was just watching a documentary about that.
April 20th.
Yeah, so I was like, kids been doing stuff like that, That's why, it's important to beat them.
White and you have to beat your kids.
You gotta beat them just a little.
And if you buck at them a little bit,
just beat them a little bit, or
there's consequences. I think if you just whatever the consequence might be, whatever that.
Yeah, that's why I say you can't
beating. Sometimes kids will choose a beating over not playing the game. I'm gonna take that game.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely that phone.
Take that phone.
Honestly, I said I'm gonna be a lame parent because Leapfrog. What's the other games we had? Game Boy. What was the little Nintendo little thing? Because I said I can't take all that. Maybe because I'm selfish. I don't like giving up my phone. My friend Key had to give up her phone too many times for me this weekend. I can't take that. I want my phone. You can't have my phone.
You an iPad. Or
you get an iPad.
You
gonna get a Leapfrog and you gonna sit down somewhere.
But before we
got time for that.
I think these kids burnt down that hair too. I think we should talk about this.
Why they do?
It's the new shows, y'all. The new shows is very overstimulating. The Baby Shark, what's Beffin? Y'all know they know what I'm talking about. Beffin, all them. They're very over.
13 Reasons Why.
The TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
Can we throw that in there?
Why? That's a grown people show.
But they watching it. Right?
Kid toddlers?
Oh. We talking about the kids.
I was telling you what's leading up to that.
Okay, yeah, cool.
So
I'm just saying, I just had to think about it.
That was a crazy show. I was grown when that came out. But I'm talking about no, like the shows is overstimulating, meaning like it's called
Bluey.
They cannot,
Bluey?
Yeah. Bluey, I haven't watched. I don't know too much about Bluey.
I think it's overstimulating.
It probably has too many colors, but it's not how back in the day we had Oswald. Like that's a very calm show. Like they don't have. I think that it's a. They have to go. They have to move. They got
Paw Patrol.
It's too. Paw Patrol is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Paw Patrol is too much. It's riffraff. Mm-hmm. And that new. I don't know. That News Blues Clues not like the one we had back in the day. That was calm. But I think it's affecting these kids' brains.
Baddies. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's affecting these kids' brain. They burning down the Harris Teeter.
We had Bad Girls Club, but at least Bad Girls Club was on Oxygen and it was censored. Baddies just straight up.
I feel like Bad Girls Club was way more malicious.
The
fighting wasn't as bad, but it was malicious. Like they were evil. Them hoes are doing.
I think granted I can say, but I think because they couldn't. That was the thing on the contract. If the first 2-3 seasons I don't know, for some reason it was like that. It was like if you basically start a fight too much, then they'll kick you out. But then they realized people like the fighting, so they started with the fight. But you couldn't do too much fighting compared to how I think baddies that's okay with that. So I think they purposely had
they're trying to compete with
they had to antagonize to make the person hit them because if they hit first, they would have got sent home. Compared to baddies, it's free for all. They're trying
to compete with Now That's TV because they letting them fight to the death.
Oh yeah, they just
young ladies.
Yes, let me tell you something.
It's
the baddies.
Leapfrog. Get y'all kids
it's
a Leapfrog. We tired.
It's too much. Tyler Perry. Yeah, I'm
Tyler Perry
blaming
get
you
out of
too.
control.
Let me
He
tell you
got
something. That show, I don't know what it is. I was
Oh.
watching the other day. It's like a knockoff P Valley, but it's for strippers, and they was doing the nasty. And they was eating cooch. It was a lot going on. That's why I said it was a Tyler Perry production.
Tyler Perry's behind the
I
camera.
am tired. And he's behind the camera, in the camera, on the camera.
Are they going to church still?
They doing, you know, Tyler Perry is hookers, pimps, gays,
he's trying
church.
to change with the times, I think.
I don't know, but I don't know if I could take all that. Let's bring back some good wholesome shows. But yeah, watch your kids, y'all. Just please. The summer, they ain't finna mess up my summer. Friend also bought a good thing. Carowinds ain't playing none of that too. So make sure y'all watch y'all kids. Have chaperone,
and I will tell on you if I think you're too young.
I will ruin your day.
I will ruin your day. Yeah.
Now, granted, the YNs might be waiting. I'm my friend. I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call the police. Hey, that's that one that said shit.
Oh, right there.
Grab her. Wait.
Damn.
Oh, my friend. No.
My wig.
Oh my God. They're wrestling her. They're not even fighting. They're wrestling her. Oh my God. But speaking of wrestling, it's gonna be a lot of okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got Nas.
I would rather.
I go by Young Boy and they zip me up.
I would rather drag my tatas from West Boulevard to West Sugar Creek.
Hater.
It's not because the Young Boy's not bad. That is the most rowdy lineup, and it's just the crowd that concert brings is a crowd that I don't want any parts of. But I'm sure that they're gonna have a great time. I don't even think the concert is gonna go past the first 5 days.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're going through Chicago and stuff. They're going to.
He looking more better than Chris Brown though, because honey, Chris Brown
is that on here?
Lord, it's not on here, but we could throw him in there too.
What they wrong?
But that's you know what? I'm not even gonna, but the fact is that they literally let that man get his visa, accepted him in the country, and arrested him immediately. But to me, that's like a thing on his, like that's on his team. How did y'all not know he had a warrant out? Like, how did y'all not know? And then they did say he got like kind of banned from the country. So why would y'all? I wouldn't come back. I don't know. I hate that for you, Chris. My homegirl was selling her ticket online. Yeah, she was. I wanted to tell her so bad. Baby, ain't nobody buying it. Honey, ain't nobody buying them tickets.
I do want to say something that as far it has something to do with it, but not really. Do you think that Trey Songz is a legend? An R&B legend?
An R&B legend. When you go from,
I surprised myself. I went through his catalog.
R&B legend.
What legend would you call him?
I would.
He's a lot of hits.
I mean, sure. I don't know. I mean, he's like at the bottom, but he's definitely like
at the top.
You got Usher, you got Mike, you got R. Kelly, you got Chris. I mean, but I think honestly though, I will throw him kind of with like Neo. I think they're very impactful. So it's like a person like he definitely had his mark. He had his.
I didn't bring it up because I just was like, you know what, damn, I said Tracy.
And honestly, I think what's the name is above him, Anthony Hamilton. And even though Anthony Hamilton used to grind line.
It's a whole different like. I guess you consider it over the big umbrella.
Yeah, just R&B. Because you got R&B, you got neo soul.
But I get it. I get what you're saying.
Still coming from where I'm from.
Because Trey Songz don't dance, so I can't really put him with. But I just said that because it is. Ooh.
But I don't want to lead it. Very excited for the NBA is coming to your nearest city. I thought he was coming to Charlotte, but he's not. He's going to Columbia. So I probably won't. Yeah, now that show is probably going to be a lot.
It's gonna be too many kids too. I won't be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of chaps that don't even know well, I guess I don't know. Maybe they do know the music.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, shout out to NBA YoungBoy. I've been a fan for a very long time.
Love to support Black. K Say's a good person too. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, he just posted a picture with Money Yaya and his kid. Like,
really?
Shout out, yeah. Shout out to them. Shout out to his families. I got families. I got a feed. He don't got a family. He got families.
Family.
What's his mom name? Sharonda. Sure. Shout out.
Two can play that game.
Niggas think they hoes. They hoes too.
Two can play that game.
See, you hollering at your boy, but I'm hollering at my girl.
Is she gonna perform?
She needs to perform. Yeah. I'm like when she pulled out her gun when she went on live. She's like, if them people coming for my son, you best believe I'm finna pow shoot him.
Recently?
This is like a while ago when he was I don't know, but I know she went on live, pulled out the pistol and threatened to shoot them people. And he put it in the song, which I agree. I mean, hey, if your mama ain't gonna have your back, if your mama or your dad ain't gonna have your back, who gonna have your back?
Yeah.
You know. But shout out to NBA young boy. I will be excited to, maybe he might come. I don't know, but like I said, he ain't coming nowhere in Charlotte. I don't think he's coming. He's adding more.
Yeah, he's adding more dates. I seen that they're adding more shows because they said, of course, it's sold out. He ain't been on tour in like 5 or 6 years, right?
Mm-hmm. And he got like a super fan base. He got like a cult following.
That's what I do.
I got like young boy.
I don't like all that hooping and hollering.
But so I don't know if you heard, it was a rumor going around, and it was true, y'all. So the whole tilt, and I think all clubs, all bars should do this. Your anniversary, you should do a special. They had 18-cent shots. When I mean that line was right, that line was so long.
Why the man on TikTok said it was a lie?
Because he must have came in after. It did stop after 12
p.m.
a.m. So now that's the catch. I didn't care.
Like it was daytime, so he must have came too early.
He must have came too early.
That lady didn't specify in the TikTok video.
They did not.
So I think he came too early. He's like, they lying. They said they all had never heard of it. And people in the comments, but I bet you it must have started like at a certain time. It probably was like from like 9 to 12 or 10 to 12 or something.
Which I think is, I don't know, but I know I came there right on time.
You was there?
I was there. I was there. Had a great time. Like I said, I can vouch the shots were. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure they taxed like, well, no, not really, because we got double shots and it came up to like $6, $5. So I don't know, but I know we had a good time. It was real, and and it's crazy. I don't think you came there that day when we went to this bar, because I was like, I don't remember this bar, but it was great marketing, great advertising. So shout out to Tilt. I think every bar should take a note of that. If whatever anniversary that is, that should be, so cough, cough, Noda, whenever your anniversary come around. That's just not a no.
It's already cheap ass drinks. They're like, what do you want from me?
No, for real, they'll just go.
Garage 50 cents, 50 years.
50 cent, 50 years, 50 cent for the 50 wing. 50 cent.
I guess they are $1 only right there.
Yeah, so they should do 50 cent for their 50th anniversary. I don't know. I just felt like that was just great marketing on that club, and I think any club. So shout out to Tilt.
Is it a black club? Black bar?
I think it's a white bar. Or
it's a black woman saying it.
I
seen it was viral. I seen the beginning of last week. She was like, "It's 18 shots." It was like she's like, "Come out the Tilt."
But I didn't. Well, I don't know. Who knows what it is? But from what I seen, it didn't look like that. But regardless of what it was a great time, great marketing, and like I said, I think any bar out there, any club, any bar, if it's your anniversary, you should do something like that. Because granted, I did say I might just pop back out there just for it, just to go back out there, because it's like Tilt right here, and then just a little walking, sip, and local, all that right here. So it's literally walking distance. We literally walked. We did Tilt first, and then went sip and local after. So shout out to that. Shout out to Joe Biden, cancer. Joe Biden has prostate cancer, guys. That's so sad. Aggressive prostate cancer. Yeah, very, very aggressive prostate cancer.
So make sure y'all eat your fiber.
Yes. Now Trump, that isn't for you to know, for you to laugh, because Trump reacted to it.
He did what he did.
He just phony a little bit.
He better be careful not getting skin cancer. Oh man,
just please. I know.
Is that legal? I'm sorry.
To say that, I don't know. If you disappear in 3 seconds, we'll know. Oh my God! The aliens got her. Trump got her. He's
praying for Joe.
Ever since you said that last week, you think Melania East, but I just every time
sure does.
I just keep
an image. They all do. That's how they get there. The Russian prostitutes, yes, they're doing anything.
Now, allegedly, she's arrested.
She used to be a porn star, a Playboy bunny.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying. Listen,
I like her. I don't have no issue with her.
I'm not.
I like all. Shout out to the ass eating queens. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if we can cuss too much on here, but shout out to the butt eating queens. You eat a little butt?
No.
That's a fair question.
Oh no, I don't eat it.
That sounded like she eat butt. I'm playing. No. Nothing's appealing about it, but for me.
Men butts don't even be well kept. They be hairy.
Oh, I don't. That's why I said I can't even. Please, Stubble is crazy.
You never seen a
work.
hairy butt?
No, I don't go that close. I can't go that close.
You never seen a man get up and he just got hair in his butt?
In the butt, no.
Not in the
But
butt, like around,
outside
yeah.
the okay, what is around? Like I'm saying, like I've seen a man with a hairy butt.
But,
Period.
yeah.
Like he just
Yeah.
has hair everywhere.
Yeah, I was talking about like in like I never seen a crack of a man's ass. I don't know. Shout out to the men that get their butt ate.
Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to y'all. But yeah, so that's very sad. We're gonna pray for Joe Biden. It's messing with his bones.
Oh my god.
It's messing with his bones.
Damn, Joe.
It's messing with his
Oh, that-
bones. Lord have mercy.
Mhm.
Maybe was that I was and honestly I was curious. Is that a symptom? Is sleep deprivation a symptom of prostate cancer? Because he was sleeping a lot. And I think if something hit so aggressive, then that means it was happening over time, and he didn't know it.
He knew
So
it.
I'm pretty
First, supposed to be the healthiest people. They know. They better stop playing. He probably. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if we can say this on air. This is what I think he's
Say it.
already dead.
Who? No, I ain't gonna hold
I
you.
think that he's
Allegedly,
already
allegedly they said
He been
Hillary
dead.
Clinton dead. Ross would no. I told you I had to. Richie Reg. I had this at one point. I told you I was getting scared with my little friend. Me and him had them conversations, and
Why?
my phone would be. I don't know. That's why I'm like, where is she? They like it was just too much.
But she was at the service. I just seen her.
That's what I said. He said she dead. He said his clones. I said, Rich, you messing with my mind, man.
I
It's too
think that
much.
he's dead. Cause he was falling off the bike and shit. He was doing some weird shit.
Listen,
they probably just didn't want Kamala.
allegedly.
Damn, it's like let that black girl get that office seat.
Allegedly.
They just let
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Meanwhile, his son out here doing crack. They ain't. Yeah, I think he's already dead. I bet he doesn't beat it. He's 80-something years old. They got this is their way to be.
That's so crazy you said that because I swear my homeboy said he messed me up with that one. Out of all the people, Hillary Clinton, he messed me up with that one. That's what he said. He said both of them. No, Bill's still alive, allegedly. I don't know what's going on.
Bill,
I don't know what's going on.
I always like Bill.
I don't know what's going on.
I like Bill.
I don't know what's
you like
going
Bill
on.
Clinton?
I do. I'm pretty sure
he's
he
one
was
of the finest presidents.
I'm 9 times he went to a Diddy freak off. I'm pretty sure.
I would have went to a Diddy freak off.
But
we almost went to a Diddy freak off. Tell the truth.
But I think but see, granted, I do think it's levels.
Tell them.
We could we almost went to a Diddy party, but I do think it's levels to a Diddy party. I think everybody can go to a Diddy party, but then everybody.
Those type of
that's what I said. I think it comes to a level they like. All right, once you at the Diddy party, then we gonna sniff out. Okay, are y'all ready to go to the next level? The next level is the after party. Okay, after the after party is the freak off. So we just basically. So I think, sir, you gotta reach a certain, Granted, they would have definitely took us to the freak off. We was too young, dumb. I was just out on a limb. We would have easily got snatched up if we if we would have went. But yeah, I think it's levels. I don't think you automatically go in there. It's baby oil and tongue down your throat. I think it's calm. It's mimosas and maybe a little oil on the neck.
Shout out to Charlotte Lit. I'll never forget. I went viral in the Charlotte comments. I mean, I got a few likes, and I remember I said, I think the thing was like, would you take $10 million to go party with Diddy, or it was something else? And I was like, I'll take the $10 million. And it was like, I said he likes boys, so I should be safe. They said, yeah, until he want to see you get a train run on you. How much?
Will that. Granted, I'm cool. Granted, I'm cool.
Gonna do the train.
Granted, I'm cool. But no, that's what I'm saying. But me personally, I would have been like, I'm just here to watch. I'm cool. I don't gotta participate in the freak offs to just be there. I could just be there, chill. I could be drinking.
Cassie was doing
I could be hey. But that's why I said. But that's why I'm like, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into that. But
how we get on the puppy?
Because we were talking about. I was just saying. I'm pretty sure Bill Clinton went to a freak off.
Oh, so we talking about president?
Yeah, I was talking about just, just making a little jokes. But who knows? Who knows? But like I said, yeah, somebody allegedly told me that Hillary's gone too, and that messed me up.
She don't really do nothing. So
and my phone went dead after my phone just turned off, and my phone was fully charged. It was a whole thing. I had to go. I was scared. I said, they're gonna come get us. Oh my god, we can't say that. But
Conspiracy.
But yeah, we're gonna pray for you, Joe. But we're gonna move on. Speaking of P. Diddy, fun fact, between P. Diddy and Bossman D-Lo, are they not putting their crimes in their name? I just thought about that. I said people are putting their if you get it, you get it. People are just putting their crimes in their
I should
name.
not being like
Like for example, P. Diddy, he's peeing on people. Bossman D-Lo, they're saying he's
they
allegedly
said
down
that.
low.
I hope
I don't know what's this one like. Who Birdman? Is he a bird? I don't know. People
they
are
said he
actually
clicked that page.
people.
He went from his page to the DM to.
But now, granted, I do think before we get into that, I think here or there, it's one of the things where yeah, but we're gonna get on him. But first, we're gonna get on P. Diddy. Like I said, it's in his name, guys. I personally don't feel no sympathy. I don't. I think at the end of the day, sadly, anybody, if you go for somebody 15 years under you, you are taking a risk. That's just my opinion. I don't think I will tell my child, are you sure you want to deal with somebody that's 15 years younger than you? Just, even if they turn around and, it's just a whole thing. So, yeah, you wanted it, got it. It is what it is. I mean, we could say she was down with it. We could say she was this. We could say she was that. But at the end of the day, you blew it. Now, granted, that's why I'm like, even like, there's people saying stuff that she could take responsibility for. We're sure we could say she could take responsibility for, because at a certain age, you do get a certain age.
Like your parents say, who's older?
But
I'm saying, like, who's, back in the day, you the oldest one.
Right. You know better. That's why I'm like, but also, nobody told you to blow up somebody's car. Right. Like, come on now. Like, you can't. So certain things, it is what it is, Diddy. It is what it is.
Puffy really out here looking crazy.
Yeah, he is. Between it is. And then the sores. And, allegedly, my mama, like, everybody know he got herpes, which I didn't know. That's what I said. But I think it's the thing. That's their generation. Everybody say they know he got it, allegedly. But somebody, real quick, though, but they said he got sued by one of the sex male workers. That's what I said. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Who else they said got that from back in the day?
Who?
My favorite. Don't say his name.
Who
do I love?
Michael Jackson?
No.
Oh.
But you close.
Michael Vick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
said back in that time. That was he got sued for that. It was like in the early times when he was.
And that's what happened with Diddy, and Diddy paid the person off. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so that's why.
Damn.
That's why. I just don't. Diddy is very sad. But yeah, I can't take that. The sores in his mouth.
sores in his mouth.
I'm pretty sure he has sores in his mouth too. Yeah. Tell your friend, I'm sick of it. Let's put him on the stand. Ooh. Let's talk about his butt. Let's talk about his mouth. Puff? Yeah, I want to see his butt. I want to see that mouth. I'm sick of that. Scary, yeah. I'm sick of that. You're like a dolphin. He do like a dolphin. He got small teeth. He actually small. He like small, but he big at the same time. That's why I don't know. Puffy remind me of just like, I don't know. He's just one of them people like, I don't know. But I at the end of the day, I just like everybody else, we like the good. I do like the good time, like everybody turn up, get loose party type of time he on. Like I like that. But I feel like after a certain, when your head get too big, you can't get bigger than the group. And Biggie and P. P-E-E. Diddy Combs.
Come a great fall.
Yeah, I think he just got a big head, so
literally.
Yeah, so
big and gray.
Speaking of, well, not big head, little heads. Boston D-Lo, but I think so. It's allegedly a transsexual is coming out, saying that
he's not even trans. He's a boy.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to. That's the lady boy.
Yes,
that's the lady boy.
Not all I couldn't tell.
That's a lady boy with a fade, with a fat ass.
With a fade, with a boosie fade.
With a fat ass.
With a fat ass.
Yeah. So, but I think, granted, even if it's real or not, y'all didn't link. He's just dropped the DMs because he felt like Boss Man tried him, because Boss Man was basically telling him to pay for his own flight. Damien, you're a boy. Yeah, why, Damien? I'm not finna listen. Hey, listen. Whether you want to be treated like a lady,
that's probably true, because he didn't got too big for his britches. He didn't think he got some money he could start doing freaky stuff. He didn't make.
Well, yeah, but that's what. The guy was just saying why he trying. Basically, he was like, you need to pay for my flight, and I guess Boss Man was like, I'm not paying for your flight. Like, you might need to, So I don't know. To me, it's like, well, if y'all didn't link, even though granted, it's still good to know, but it's kind of like. To me, like the gay boys don't like that. They do not like when these dudes basically call out
Yeah,
the dude
because it's
because
dangerous.
it's they don't like it. They don't like it. Which
My whole thing about that, because people, if you're so proud of being gay, why would you
even mess with somebody right that don't even love?
You're demonizing that. You're making it seem like it's a bad thing. Ain't nothing wrong being gay, so why spread his business if you don't think nothing's wrong being gay?
Yeah, so I don't know.
Has he ever said he wasn't gay?
A lot of these men said they wasn't gay.
That he wasn't gay. You know? Was it a tranny that took that picture of him in the bed that says that?
No, that was allegedly a lady. I guess I don't know.
Said?
Who knows? But I don't like that. I feel like it's giving clout chasing. I feel like I personally, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like, please, at the end of the day, y'all didn't link, which I think at the end of the day is still good to know. Even if you like, but granted, is it him? I don't know. Is it him?
I see the video. He clicked. You know how people show it's actually them. He clicked from. He was on his page, went to his messages, went to that message, clicked the little circle, and it went back to his page. So it looked like.
Right. So I don't get it. But now you just messed up your blessings. Right. Because ain't no other guy gonna want to fool. You know what I'm saying?
Especially not no caliber.
Yeah. And think about all the
Nilo missing that little hair. You know how people have a goatee? He's missing like the hair here.
He's soft though. He's thick. I've noticed. How you notice fat men don't grow a lot of hair?
Because it's their hormones.
Yeah, that's thick. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And a little thickness. Then yeah, I'm assuming allegedly we're no doctors, but pull up the facts. I'm pretty sure. Like Now, granted, I believe dark skinned people don't have a lot of hair either, and or fat people. Because I'm not a hairy person for some reason, but I think maybe it's the melanin. I don't know. I've never been really hairy. The man be like, "Oh, really? Oh, that's how you feel? That's how you feel? But you loved it though. You braided it and you prayed before."
Oh my God! What type of show is this?
You braided it and you prayed before you ate it. Just like, oh, you not hairy, huh? I'm just playing. But it's I don't know. It's giving, please, y'all. I mean, granted, I love, yes, please let us know who's DL and who's not. But stop putting yourself in risk just for a little bit of clout. Like you said, like Nia said, we still gonna dance to his music. And it's in his name. We should have known. Yeah. Boston D-Lo. He on the down low.
D'Angelo.
Close enough. I ain't gonna hold you. I met a lot of gay D'Angelos. I have met a lot of gays. I'm not living with my son D'Angelo, Tyler.
I know a few gay Tylers.
Yeah, I can't take all that. Speaking of can't take all that. Trouble in Paradise, DDG versus The Little Mermaid. I'm just tired of that.
I'm tired of that.
I don't want.
Yeah. So I told her that.
Yeah, we don't.
I hate that. I'm just saying that. I'm not gonna be honest. Yeah. When it gets to the point where you start hiding that you messing with a nigga, you know what that means? You don't. Yeah.
You're not proud of him.
No.
Yeah. So we hate that for them. Yeah. We hope they get that out because the little boy, I could tell he loved both of them.
Someone took a picture of a video of her.
Right, and then
see that?
And that's weird. People, can y'all stop?
Right. That's why people don't show their kids. That's so dangerous.
But I mean, not granted. That's why I said I don't know. It's I think it becomes very severe when you are trying to basically say I don't want the other parent to have no type of nothing, so
they say he was doing a lot of things and he is I could see him being that way.
Yeah, now granted,
I think she was like, oh, we're gonna when do you want to see him, da, da, da. He's like, okay, I'll just see after you done the Met Gala, da, 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 da. She's like, okay, cool. He flies to the Met Gala and like bangs on her door and evades her whatever space she had. I don't know if he got physical with it, but you don't do stuff like that. You wait till after I told you. He didn't have no boundaries. She was trying to. I think she broke up with him. And he felt like, oh, that's my baby mom. I'm gonna come and go as I please.
And that's a lot of people. House. Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. So Trouble in Paradise. Y'all kept it hidden from us, but now y'all putting it out on the floor. So we gonna talk about it. Right. Now, granted, though, I'm kind of confused about the whole chip tooth and the grabbing of the arm. If it happened in January, and now it's getting brought back now, because they making it seem like it happened in January, but I don't know. Who knows?
This baby mama, they'll be.
Yeah, that's just that.
They'll be back sleeping together in 2 months.
Now, granted, hopefully not. Let me tell you something. You put a restraining order on me, I'm not.
People are dumb.
Call
the police on each other, and they be back.
And then sadly, the police be like, "Well, son," and they be like, "Well, she called me over here." Police be like, "Well, son, and no matter what, if you got a restraining order, you taking the risk." So it is what it is, We gonna help the Little Mermaid safe. We probably not gonna get a second Little Mermaid.
Why
I'm
not?
playing. We probably are.
Oh.
That ghetto bitch. Let me stop.
That is kind of ghetto.
Very
You should
ghetto.
stop.
Speaking of very ghetto, you seen the Mexican boat just
It's-
fell. Now, granted, now I'm gonna give them some
Why was
credit.
there Mexicans training in
The
the
ship was carrying 277 people. Sadly, 2 people did lose their life, but it lost power and it struck the bridge. And it just basically it lost its route. It lost power. It went in the wrong direction. It just went bad. Oh, Miguel, no,
Oh,
Miguel.
How did they get here from Mexico?
You said how to get it's sail. You know you can take that.
From Mexico?
I'm assuming
What is it doing? Is that the Hudson River?
it probably went from like maybe like like maybe Mexico right
So
here.
from
It
they
probably
can
went,
kiss my ass.
went all the way up.
That was something.
You know what?
That was something that Trump did that on purpose so he can get them people out.
Deport. I just
They
thought
can
about
check
that. I said,
everyone.
what happens? But it was I think it was the Mexican Navy. But granted, why did the boat look like it was $25? I didn't like that. It looked like somebody kid boat.
It looked like it was in the ones you put in the bottle.
Yeah, that's what I said. What type of boat was that? And
The
it was the
Brooklyn
Navy
Bridge,
boat.
okay?
The Brooklyn Bridge stood. New York. That's all I heard.
You come to my block, you'll see me.
That's all we heard when it
It's scary. You
literally
literally on here?
it broke. We can talk about the Knicks. You know, we only got 3 minutes for one wrong. Oh, Kev. You take us out. But shout out to the Knicks. They doing their thing. You think the Knicks gonna win it?
I'm going to be happy. I don't really like Shark. I don't know them. I don't know Oklahoma. I mean, I know them, but I don't. I'm happy for anybody who wins, be it Anthony, be it Bronson, not be it
Okay, Oakland
it's
City.
Shy. I don't really. Is that them? Is that it?
Oakland City, and then
no. Oh, Halliburton. I don't know. He likes too many white ladies.
Pacers. So it's
Yeah,
Pacers.
Halliburton.
Pacers
gonna play the Knicks. Shy and them. OKC gonna play Minnesota. Minnesota's
now, granted, I don't know what's up with the whole these baby daddies on the Wolves.
Go there.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Ant spilling his vote. I don't know if Ant sprinkling his mojo. Leave your baby mama alone. Leave these hoes. We in the playoffs. I don't know what's going on with Ant. I don't know what's going on with Ruby. But that karma don't be good, y'all. Now y'all better do right by y'all kids.
Don't stop.
And
cheating,
you ain't
y'all.
finna. And you ain't.
Till they retire. That's when you stop cheating.
Listen.
Every time they just cheat, they don't know. They're not gonna know. I would already. She's okay.
But you know, he put her out though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no.
What
she cheating on?
Meaning like you should be like. You should already be. You should just be 2 steps ahead when you in that.
Ain't no. She went no steps ahead.
Is she pregnant too?
She ain't no steps ahead. Baby got so I don't know. So it's giving Knicks. It's giving the powers maybe.
I love it. It's crazy because Cat used to play for Minnesota.
I know, and I know he's sick right now.
Why?
I mean, not Minnesota. My bad. I'm thinking.
Why would they trade? He was a great player. I don't know why they even did that.
But you know they do that.
They're still doing great.
That's power. That's power moves.
But that was a good look.
You know, power
moves. Bronson didn't get this far last year.
He did not.
Bronson's great. I love him.
Mm-hmm. I like the other boy too.
I like that man.
What's that other one? Shout out to him.
I think he's a
Josh Hart.
Yeah, he's on there too.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to him. And that other guy, what's that guy? He like to play hard when them hoes come in the building. Shout out to him. OB or OG.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, shout out to him too. He like that. Anne Hathaway.
He likes Anne Hathaway.
He dropped like 50 points when she was at the damn game.
Really?
Yeah, she need to come to the game then. If they gon',
I know 70 white hoes that look like Anne Hathaway.
Cute.
I'm just saying.
You can find some.
You can go to Cabo right now and see Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, you can find some good old nice good old bread. Did you hear about that plantation burning down?
Who?
The plantation burned down, Louisiana.
Yeah. Come on in the room.
Somebody was like, they're burning down Black history. I said, well, good. We don't.
Why is that Black?
I don't know. That's what I said. I was like, what type of history is that?
We wasn't in the house. We was at that. You said they burned down the slave quarters. That'd be different. I'm pretty sure slave quarters still.
That's why I said I don't know. Somebody said you're burning down Black history, but I believe. Shout out to Annabelle, but not shout.
I see
Annabelle. She's on a World War II, and I don't want. Annabelle, please don't come to the city.
New Orleans is acting. Yeah. I seen that lady had a. She had a.
Let me tell you something. You don't.
Yeah,
you don't. Let me tell you something. They done took Annabelle the doll on World War II. I don't know. These people.
She's staying down there, right?
I don't know. They taking on the tour. She's going from
Oh,
city
so
to
I thought
city.
they were gonna like put her up in
No, she just left Louisiana. They said she go to Texas. She just was in Florida. She's on a worldwide international tour. I don't know.
So the evil is still in her?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. Put her in a box. They just
I'll put her in the full nose. Play with me. All right.
I ain't playing with her. That's what I said. I don't know. I scroll past the videos and I see them.
I didn't see the black. I didn't even see the Annabelle. I just seen the black lady. She's like,
but now, granted though, I don't know. It's some good old hoodoo voodoo down there. So Annabelle's going through some.
Why are y'all? But my thing is, why would you come down here?
But why does Zach? I'm mad. Zach Vegas, shout out.
He has it.
He used to. Zach, exactly. You don't, but you don't
come on no more, do it.
No, he it was a whole thing. They all fell out, I think.
Really?
Yeah. But besides, him and Aaron stayed friends, but it was a whole thing. They fell out.
Go down and sell some Mexican dogs or something. Island. I remember that.
I just can't take that. It's making my skin. We're not even gonna talk about it no more. I don't want to talk about it no more. But she got me scared. She got me scared.
Get out of here.
But
why would you come to the meet and greet?
Yeah, they burned down the plantation. I just thought about it. Why we might as well not burn them down, but like we should turn them into like clubs. Museums? I don't know. Yeah, they're like museums and stuff. We should turn them into like clubs. Ratchet
I was about to say something so raunchy. Oh my god.
Yeah, but
I would disrespect the house. I would. Yeah, we would have a good time.
Yeah, but I say we just turn them to clubs.
That's the thing. I love that.
People were sad though. People were very sad. I don't know.
Why?
I mean,
this is the biggest large. What was wrong?
It was like one of the biggest plantations down south.
Where was it?
Louisiana.
So that and that's what they.
That's why they was saying that voodoo. They said Annabelle. I don't know if it was Annabelle. I don't know what was going on. Child. Just I don't know. Just don't bring that doll over here. I don't got time for that. And so I tell you, was keeping up with that boy Carmelo Anthony.
Yes.
Well, I'll be thinking of the NBA player, but it's not the NBA player. Right. But they're letting him graduate.
But he can't go, right?
I think so. Mm-hmm. But no, I thought he can go. Mm-hmm. He can't go.
I don't think that's what I've seen.
I thought he can, but so he's.
So
wait, he's graduating but can't go. What, they wasn't gonna let him graduate?
I guess I don't know what they.
How can you not let? I don't know.
I had the credits, but they just say he couldn't come.
Well, we'll figure that out. I thought he was, but that is very clarification, because you might be able to graduate, but you probably coming to the ceremony could be different. Messy. Yeah,
but the gag with that, you know that he's gonna get off because kids recorded any and everything.
And I'm surprised at that video. Where is the video?
They've been careful since they probably took everybody's phone, probably did everything. But that's how you know that white boy was dead wrong, because they have not. They know. Just say it. It's okay.
Yeah. So
he's coming.
We're gonna keep up with Carmelo Anthony.
Support that black king.
We hope he dropped 40 points and don't get arrested, Lord, please. But I don't know. Sad for the other boy too. Rest his soul. It's just sad.
I'm sad for his family.
But any restaurants?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, what's the food places?
The food place this week is Kitchen and Cocktails, and I know y'all heard of it.
Yes, I have.
You can't miss that grass wall on Instagram. By Kevin Kelly. Opened in June 2024 in Uptown Charlotte. This upscale restaurant offers a modern twist on Southern comfort food. Known for its vibrant brunch scene and stylish ambiance, it quickly became a hotspot for both local and visitors. Now we're gonna. I did some research on this place, and can't say I've heard. I need to go see it for myself. Mixed reviews.
Okay.
But food is great. But like a lot of black-owned businesses, they say the services.
Okay.
But I will be there to test it myself. I know how black people can be. We can be angry. So we will go up there and we will be testing out. We're gonna test. The food look good. The scenery looks great. I will be stopping by. We'll be stopping by sometime this summer to catch a vibe. So shout out. And
it said June. So. Fun fact, I don't know if you heard what Tilt did, but maybe for your first anniversary, you can have $1 shots. I'm just throwing that out there. You never know. Good marketing. Great marketing. But all right, shout out to Kitchen and Cocktails. We will be there,
We'll be there
come to support the Konnected family. But we're going to shout out some events going on. May 29th, we have our Poetry in Motion. Of course, we have our comedy competition June 5th, which I will be just opening up. So very fun. Good times. The Queen City Awards, even though it's so far away, we might as well just get prepped. I'm gonna make sure I put in my Sunday best, put on my best wig. I'm playing. I might cut my hair. Who
I'm gonna do
knows?
better this year, y'all. Y'all see me.
Yeah, I'm gonna come. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I did better. I did the first time I went, I was in, but last year when I went, I was a little dressed up. I was very cutesy. So, you know, we're gonna keep it going up every year. And every Monday, 7-ish, come check us out, Connected with E. Just talk about just things.
Anything.
I don't
We
know.
done
We
talked
just
about
be talking
everything.
about stuff.
Bill Clinton, everybody.
You know.
Love
Clinton.
it.
No, I don't care nobody saying. When he told me that,
The phone shut off.
the phone shut off. It was too much. And of course, we ended with a message of the day. Shout out to all the graduates.
Yes.
Congratulations. Shout out to all the graduates. Shout out to y'all doing y'all big one. We love that. We love that. And yeah, you know, continue to be great. If you go out to school, you don't, if I don't know. Of course, if you're in preschool and if you're in middle school, you got to continue. But for all my high schoolers and college grads, life is yours. Live it to the best. But congratulations. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we come to an end. Oh, so sad. Thank y'all so much for watching, and definitely tune in next week. Well, actually, next week is Memorial Weekend, so we might not be here, but we're going to be here the week Monday after that. Connected with E every Monday, 7 p.m. And we're out. Bye. We're fading away.
The Connected Radio.